Hey guys, this is Brendan. It's your den leader, and I've been trying to make y'all a video for a while and never really got around to it, so I apologize for that. But this is for you guys. This is going to be our last adventure that we're going to do for the year, and then after this we get to graduate and become full-fledged wolves. So I hope your break's been good. Hope you haven't gone too crazy staying at home with your family, and hopefully school went well for you the last quarter. And anyway, so let's talk about Cub Scouts for a few minutes. We had one more adventure that we had to do before we could finish wolves, and it's called Paws on the Path. Paws on the Path is about hiking and about how to stay safe outdoors. That's what we're going to talk about today. There's 7 requirements in this. The first 5 we have to do, the last 2 are optional, and I'm going to read over them real quick, and then we'll kind of go through some stuff, okay? So number 1, show that you are prepared to hike safely in any outdoor setting by putting together the Cub Scout 6 essentials to take along on your hike. Number 2, tell what the buddy system is and why we always use it in Cub Scouting. Describe what you should do if you get separated from your group while hiking. Number 3, choose the appropriate clothing to wear on your hike based on the expected weather. Number 4, before hiking, recite the outdoor code and the leave no trace principles for kids with your leader. That's me. After hiking, discuss how you showed respect for wildlife. Go on a 1-mile hike with your den or family. Find 2 interesting things that you've never seen before and discuss them with your den or family. 6, and this is the optional ones. 6, name 2 birds, 2 insects, and 2 other animals that live in your area. Explain how you identified them. 7, draw a map of an area near where you live using common map symbols. Show which direction is north on your map. So since we can't be together to do this, I'm going to make this video, and then y'all can do the adventure at your own pace. And parents, let me know when your scout is done with the adventure, and I'll mark them off in Scout Book, and then at some point we'll figure out a way to get their wolf patch to them and any belt buckles, belt loops that they haven't gotten since then. I'll talk to Teresa about that. So the first thing we want to do is talk about kind of what a map looks like. So this little blue dot right here, that's our house. That's where me and Finn live. And then you can't see it very good in the camera, but this is our street. That's Northwest 20th Street. And then you go over here, and this is Drexel. So this is north, and that's south, and that's east, and that's west. Okay. So what we like to do sometimes, recently, especially since they reopened the parks, we walk, me and Finn and his brothers will walk down the street from our house and then go down Drexel a block, and this is Northwest 19th Street, and then we cross the street, and there's a park here. It's called Wayman's Park, and they have a cool playground there, and we like to play on the playground. So this is just one example of what a map looks like. So one thing I'd like y'all to do is find a map in a book or on the internet or whatever, and practice looking at the different things that are on the map, like highways, roads, a trail, a river, a building, or a park. So on this map we got a building. These are houses right here, which you can probably barely see. That's our house. These are roads, obviously. This is a road here, kind of a curvy road, and this is a park. So I don't have any rivers on here, or trails, or highways really, but we got some other cool stuff. So y'all find maps and practice picking out what's on the maps and show your parents, okay? Next, what we're gonna do is explore the 6 essentials that you need to take with you on your hike. The hike's gonna be 1 mile long. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in your neighborhood. You could do it at a park. You could do it, we used to go to, in past years, we've gone to Martin Nature Park. They have really cool marked trails that they tell you how long the trails are, so you know when you went a mile because it's marked. That's probably where I'll take Finn on one day when the weather's nice. And so it's a mile hike, but you need to take some equipment with you so that you stay safe while you're on the hike. And it's the 6 Scout Essentials. If you've been in Cub Scouts before, we've gone over this. I think we went over it once earlier this year, but we're going to review one more time so everybody knows. And then you can put them together in a backpack or a fanny pack or just a bag or whatever and take it with you when you go on the hike, okay? So the first thing that we need to take with us is, this is backwards again, first aid kit. So I've got a little one right here. It's one that we had in our bathroom. It's got Band-Aids. It's got antibiotic ointment in case you get cut. It's got a couple of things like that. So it's important to take this with you in case you fall and scrape yourself or get hurt, okay? There you go. Number 2 is a flashlight. This is a little flashlight that you can put on your head, see? When we went camping last fall, this is what I wore on my head most of the time at night so I could see. You could use any kind of flashlight. This is just the only one I could find, and I look pretty silly wearing it, don't I? Number 3 is some kind of protection from the sun. One good thing is sunscreen. In the summertime, when you're hiking, it gets really hot and you get sunburned, so that's good. Hats are also good sunscreen. This is a bear hat because I couldn't find Finn's wolf hat, and this is what you guys are going to be next year. You're going to be bears, so it's pretty cool. So there's sun protection. You also need a water bottle because you're going to get thirsty, and you're going to need something to drink. And the other thing you're going to need is food, trail food. You can make your own trail mix. We've done that before. Here's a few things that we found in the pantry in our kitchen. These are dried apple pieces. They look tasty. There's some nuts. If you like, nuts are really good, healthy food that give you energy on the trail. And my favorite, Honey Nut Cheerios. Delicious. Put some in a baggie and take with you. So make sure you take this 6 Scout Essentials on the hike with you when you go, okay? The next thing we're going to talk about is the buddy system. Now, the buddy system is something that we've talked about in scouting before, and basically it says 2 heads are better than 1. You may have heard that saying before, and it's true. Sometimes you may forget a safety rule and not be aware of a hazard up ahead, but if you're with a buddy, it's easier to stay safe. The buddy system is a great way for scouts to look after each other, especially on outdoor adventures. When you go hiking, swimming, or camping with your den, each scout is assigned a buddy. You keep track of what your buddy is doing, and your buddy knows at all times what you are doing and how you are doing. A scout leader might call for a buddy check. That means you must immediately hold up the hand of your buddy. If a scout is missing, everyone will know right away. A buddy system is a way of sharing the good times and keeping everyone safe. So since we won't be doing this adventure together, and we won't be buddying up with other scouts, then your buddy could be your parent or your brother or sister, whoever you go on your hike with. But always have a buddy when you go on outdoor adventures. The thing that we're going to talk about is what to do if you get separated from the rest of the group while you're hiking. So they have a saying here that's, if you use it and remember it, you'll be safer. And it's called stop. And each letter means something. So if you get lost on the trail, here's what you do. Number 1 is S. Stay calm. Stay where you are. Sit down. Take a drink of water and eat a little trail food. Stay where you can be seen. Don't hide. You are not in trouble, okay? The second one is T. Think. Think about how you can help your leaders or others find you. Stay where you are and be sure people can see you. Make yourself an easy target to find. Remember, people will come to look for you. Stay put, be seen, and help them find you. O is the next one. It equals observe. Listen for the rest of your group or people looking for you. Blow your whistle 3 times in a row, then listen. 3 of any kind of signal means you need help, and everyone will try to help you. And I forgot one of the 6 Scout Essentials. The last one that I couldn't find was a whistle. And if you get lost, instead of screaming or yelling, because you'll lose your voice eventually, you should use your whistle. And I don't have a whistle, but I can whistle with my mouth. You don't have to whistle a song or anything, but you could just go like a bird, which might not help them find you, but anyway. Okay, the last one is P, plan. Stay calm, stay put. Plan how to stay warm and dry until help arrives. Don't worry, you will be found. So S-T-O-P. Stay calm, think, observe, plan. If you ever get separated from your family, like anywhere, not just on hikes, but you know, at the store or you know, anywhere, the airport, this stop plan works too, okay? The next requirement is choose the appropriate clothing to wear on your hike based on the expected weather. So here's 2 scouts that are dressed for a hike. Now, I don't know what the weather, you know, what's the weather like right now? It's late May, almost June. So what do you think that you'll probably be wearing when you go on a hike? You think you'll be wearing a jacket and snow boots and a hat and a scarf? You could, but you might be pretty hot. Or maybe you could wear a cool t-shirt, some shorts, some comfortable shoes, and a hat to keep the sun out of your face. I don't know. I think I would wear this, something like this. Unless it's raining, then you might want to wear a rain jacket or something like that. So anyway, before you go on the hike, think about what you're going to wear and choose the correct thing, okay? Very good. Here's some boys. See? Snow, gloves, summertime. T-shirt, wide-brimmed hat, good shoes. Okay? 2 more things we got to do when we're outdoors. We have to remember the outdoor code and the leave no trace principle for kids. You can't see that again. I'm going to recite these 2 and then just talk about them really fast. The outdoor code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation minded. So that means if you go outside, you'll be clean. You'll pick up any trash that you make. If you make a campfire, you'll be very careful with it and don't play with it. You'll be considerate in the outdoors of other hikers and the wildlife and the park itself. And be conservation minded. So that means you're going to try to take care of things and leave the park or the wilderness or the animals better than you found them, okay? And here's the leave no trace principle for kids. Know before you go, choose the right path, trash your trash, leave what you find, be careful with fire, respect wildlife, and be kind to other visitors. So when it says leave what you find, that means don't take rocks or sticks or leaves or anything from a park or a trail area. Leave it there and leave it for nature, leave it for the next person to see, okay? Okay, so I'm going to talk about a couple different things that somebody might do when they go on a hike, and then you're going to tell me if it respects wildlife or not, okay? So, chasing a deer off of a path. You think that respects wildlife? I'll give the answers after this is over. Keeping empty snack wrappers to throw away at home. Does that respect wildlife? Watching a bug with a magnifying glass. Shouting loudly to a friend down the trail. Leaving wildflowers where you find them. Is that respectful to wildlife? Feeding some of your snack to a squirrel. What do you think? You can pause the video if you want to think about it for a second, but let's go over the answers. Chasing a deer off the path. I don't think that respects wildlife, do you? Shouldn't we just watch the deer and look at the deer instead of trying to scare it? Keeping empty snack wrappers to throw away at home. That's respectful. You don't want to leave trash in someone's house, like a deer. Watching a bug with a magnifying glass. I think that's okay, as long as you don't try to fry it with the sun. Shouting loudly to a friend down the trail. That doesn't sound very respectful to me. I think maybe the animals don't want to hear y'all yelling. Leaving wildflowers where you find them. That's good, that's respectful, right? And feeding some of your snack to a squirrel. That sounds respectful, but I don't think we're supposed to feed the wildlife when we go places, so I'll probably let them find their own food. Requirement 5, this is the big one. This is where you go on a 1-mile hike with your dinner family. Find 2 interesting things that you've never seen before and discuss them with your dinner family. When you go on a hike, if it's somewhere like Martin Nature Park, there might be a map that you can look at. So you might want to see if the trail you're walking on has a name. Is the trail made of dirt or concrete or another material? Is it flat or you'll be climbing hills? Is there a river, a creek, or another body of water around it? Will you hike in one direction and then turn around, or does it make a circle? What direction is north? Your parent or leader will tell you the rules for hiking. Be sure to follow them so everyone has a great time. And here they are. Stay on the trail. Walk at a steady pace. Use the buddy system. Give everyone space to enjoy the woods quietly. Stop and rest when needed. Make sure you have your water bottles and drinks with you when you are thirsty. Look and listen for birds, mammals, insects, and other creatures along the way. Use your eyes, ears, and sense of smell to enjoy nature all around you. See if you can spy 2 interesting things that you have not seen before. And then, when you're done with the hike, write 2 interesting things that you saw on the trail. This is page 87 in your handbook. So write down 2 interesting things, okay? And then if y'all want to do something really ambitious, then you can do the last 2 requirements. Requirement 6 is name 2 birds, insects, or 2 other animals that live with you, that live in your area. Explain how you identified them. Okay? Birds, insects, other animals, and you can write about it on page 89. Requirement 7 is draw a map of an area near where you live using common map symbols. Show which direction is north on your map. And that's kind of like the map I showed you at the beginning of the video. And here's that. It's on page 91. You don't have to do that, but it's kind of cool. Just to recap, Paws on the Path. It starts on page 77 in your handbook. Just work through the pages and read everything with your parent. And so do the 6 Scout Essentials. Talk about the buddy system. Requirement 2. Requirement 3, choose the appropriate clothing to wear on the hike. Requirement 4, recite the outdoor code and the leave no trace principles for kids with your parent. Those are actually on the very last page of your handbook, right before the back cover. Requirement 5, go on a 1-mile hike with your family. And then 6, which is optional, is name 2 birds, 2 insects, 2 other animals that live in your area. And 7 is draw a map of an area near where you live using common map symbols and show which direction is north on your map. Sorry this video was so long, guys, but I hope you have a good time. Take a picture of something and text it to me, and have your parents tell me when you're done with this adventure so we can get you marked off on Scout Book and get you graduated to full-fledged wolf. Okay? See you guys later. Bye-bye.